Alrighty, welcome to the final part of Find Love or Die Trying. We just found out that Cat was our inside man, not the number 4. However, it looks like it's gonna end here. Will she betray us or will she not? Let's find out. I think we'll need Cat's help, trustworthy or not, if you want to stay it. So, I'll save right here. And what we'll do is we'll have to trust her. Sure. I'll be keeping an eye on her, though. We can't afford to blindly trust anyone who says they can help us. Alright, Kat, if you want our help, you're going to need to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is this sick show for? And why have you been forcing us to repeat it over and over? As someone from the Resistance, it should be obvious to you. It's just one of hundreds killing shows we air. Shows that keep people scared, that keep people from organizing against the government. You want to paralyze people with fear? You broadcast exactly what will happen to you if you rise up. You're monsters, you know that? I don't disagree with you, but we're not in charge here. Some of us have family to lose, Allie. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally on test audiences to see what kind of ratings they bring for the fortunate and what kind of despair they bring for the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we'd air it, but if it wasn't efficient, we couldn't just film a killing show over and over to see which version of it rated best. You can't bring back people from the dead. It was the same for the test audience. You couldn't make them watch multiple versions of a show, as they'd remember previous versions that would influence their opinions. There's no way to test multiple versions of the show without losing the feelings that lives were really in danger. But the memory rewriter would have changed that. It did. We were able to reuse everybody, our volunteer actors, the test audiences. Since we could just make people forget what happened, we could film run after run of the show, where each was as if it was the first time to all of you. And that's what we've been doing for the last 2 years. A lot to hear. I had a feeling, but to know that people looked at us like we were nothing but lab rats, while I was genuinely afraid for my life, sickening. We were silent for a while. You've been testing the show for this long. When's the real thing? There is no real thing. It's only what version tests the best. That said, there's only so much time Damien is willing to spend on the show. And that time is almost up. This is the last run of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know, Damien, and I've said that we'd let you and your chosen partner go if you achieve good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry I waited this long to try to help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all, but I have nothing left to lose now. She extended her hand to me for a handshake. Allied, at least till we're out of here. I only have a choice this time, huh? If you wanted to, you could report us right now. That's true. And my word would count for more than all of yours. But that wouldn't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. Then it's a deal. Allie shook Kat's hand. Sure you don't want to? I'm fine. It's not important anywhere. We don't have any time to waste. If you say so. Anyway, the only time we can escape is the last day of the show, between midnight and just before the sun goes up. That's when the boat comes to welcome the newly engaged couple, and that's the only way off this island. It also doubles as a supply ship. We use it to replenish between each run of the show. Are there no other planes on this island? A boat would be far slower. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. There's a protective shell around the island which performs 2 functions. First, renders it invisible to satellite, is the reason why your people couldn't find this alley. Second, if anything bigger than a human being tries to get in or outside the barrier, it'll get fried, unless it's emitting a compatible IFF signal. The only way off the island that will have that boat, the only thing large enough is a boat with the IFF, correct IFF. I bet it'll be heavily guarded. Yeah, well, yes, but not from people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew, staff on the island who will have to watch out for. That still leaves the question of how we'll deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them, not even 10 of us. And not even 10 of us. Yeah, there's 7 of you. Actually, it might not be so hard after all. I got a plan that might just work. Though I have to admit, it's a little crazy. I like the sound of that. If it involves zombies again, I'm out. Renewed confidence. This might just work. You're a mad genius. It's crazier than anything I'd imagine and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. What up? I want to trust you, Kat. I really do. But you burned me before. How could I ever trust you now? That's fair. The only thing I can say to try to make you trust me is that we both have people we care about, and that if you don't escape, that the person I care about will go down with you. I'm not asking you to put your neck out for me. You'll never have to. I'm asking you to help someone that you've never met and you never will. Somebody innocent. It's strange. This woman's put me through hell, treating me like a lab rat and more, and yet somehow I think she's telling the truth. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if you do trust me. You'll see tomorrow that I'm going with Violet's plan. Either way, I'll trust you. Sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be. I literally shot you. I think that earned you the right to be angry and more, no? Well, I've gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple weeks straight, but I got to know you. And I think you're rude, manipulative, have no problem lying to my face. Hey, can we skip to the part where you compliment me? You're also incredibly crass. You keep secrets from everybody, but I don't think you're a bad person. Every time the show was ran, you always talked to me and made me feel like I wasn't alone. You made sure I never lost hope. I know that was never part of the job. You didn't have to do it. Yeah, you did it over and over. It must have been so tiring to do that over and over, full well knowing that we're doomed. I don't know why you're doing all this, but I believe that you do care about helping people. I'm flattered. But you got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've ever done for you, the others, has been for my own selfish reasons. Just happens to line up nicely. Though I appreciate the compliment. Unlike before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. Went our separate ways. I spent the rest of the night helping the others prepare. I was exhausted when I went back to my room, but I still couldn't fall asleep for several hours. It's as if something on the tip of my tongue, but I just can barely grasp it. Yet somehow, I know I'm closer than I've ever been. Okay, I was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff instead. A thank you for all your hard work party. As soon as she told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything and helped prepare for it. While the staff prepared the party grounds during the day, each of us were hard at work making sure other parts of it went well. Cooked mountains of food, playing games. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get to the fun part. Skylar pulled out the remote from her pocket and pressed the button. A few seconds later, fireworks were shooting to the night sky above the party. Cheers and staff were like thunder, and with that, the plan's going as smoothly as it can be. Great job, team. We owe you one, Yui. Right back at you, Allie. We cheered as fireworks. Firework after firework lit up the night sky. Well, are fireworks supposed to be this bright? Come to think of it, these fireworks are practically blinding. I have to say I did a pretty good job with these fireworks, though there might be some side effects for watching them for so close. Let's worry about that later. We might live, might die. How about we just dance the night away? You know what? That sounds good. We just gonna dance the night away. Alright. Let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Yuck. Nothing like that. It's good for us to blow some steam. Dance sounds like exercise. And away we go. They sure are carefree. Some things never change. Okay, we'll get out of here. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, though. I like to think that one day I will look back and remember this day. It was the most fun I've ever had out of the nights that I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow, and now we'll find out there is. We'll find out if there is a tomorrow for us. Waiting in darkness for hours, waiting for the boat to come. The plan was simple, yet had no room for error. First, we need to make sure the boat really is coming. It's later than usual. You think they're onto us? Nah. It'll just be a little longer. It's cold. No point of worrying at this point. If they're onto us now, we're already dead. All we can do is wait. Waiting an hour, more than another. We were losing hope. I guess it's here. Cat pointed towards the ocean. We all looked in unison. Just as she said, the boat was coming. It looked huge by how far it was. It must have been massive It must be massive up close. All right, it's only gonna be a few minutes before it reaches shore. Let's book it to Let's book it back to the mansion. Second, we need to get back to the mansion before the boat reaches the shore. From what Kat told us, the staff will physically inspect the mansion to make sure we're there. We can't rely on overriding the feeds. If we're not there, they'll sound the alarm and our chance to escape will go from slim to nil. According to the cat, it's how I got caught last time. We made it back to the mansion, rushed to our respective rooms. I turned off the lights and jumped into bed pretending to be asleep. A few minutes later, I heard the sound of somebody opening a door. It must be them. There's a mechanical rhythm to it. Footsteps, a door would open, more footsteps, a short pause, footsteps again. The door would close, repeat over and over and closer until I got to my room. Tried my best to make my breathing sound natural. Footsteps. A second later, my door opens. I could tell there are probably about 5 people. Breathe in. They're walking closer to me. Breathe out. I know 2 of them are in front of me. They're running somewhere under the bed. You have to pity her. Come on, she could do better. Rude. You have to pity her. Come on, she could do better. Rude. Breathe in. Hey, something's wrong. Felt like my heart stopped. Breathe out. They're getting closer to me. So, what's that? Breathe in. I think it takes everything I have not to move when every nerve of my body seems to run. This is it. They're onto me. Can't help but ball up in my hand and my fist. Never mind. We're done for the night. Let's head out. Sounds good to me. I heard them walk further away from me than outside the room. Finally, they closed the door. I breathed out like never before. On to the next part of the plan. We moved downstairs. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Like taking candy from a baby. Wait, where's Tara? I'll go check on her. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I definitely didn't fall asleep just now. I didn't buy it, and the rest of us didn't either. Alright, back to the problem at hand. We may have avoided detection for now, but there's going to be upwards of 100 guards on patrol between here and the boat. Little to no chance we can all make it there without being seen, but there is a chance that it's a chance we have to take. Actually, we have just to think for that. Courtesy of Scarlett and I. What's that? Well, we went all the trouble of praying such a big party for all the staff. It would be a shame if we didn't give them a little extra to chew on, no? You didn't. Oh, she did. It's like an absurd scene from an art house movie gone mad. Brains. Poor Brothers 5. Hundreds of zombies literally littered the field. You know, I can't believe I ever let you make the shit, Scarlett. You better be glad that you did. Now that I think about it, can we just put a sleeping agent or something like that in? Where's the fun in that? Well, we're gonna have to go past them to get to the boat. Don't worry about it. I've got a fair share of experience in taking down zombies. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. Don't worry about it. Let's be on our way. So they made it to the beach. The boat was clear in sight. Wow, it's huge. Let's not waste any time. Rushed onto the ship, ran straight for the captain's deck. You guys wait here. It's practically guaranteed that the engine's been tampered with. I need to fix it. If I know my father, he'll do it just the way it was last time. You know what? Troyfu, come with me just in case. Maybe that's where the crew members are. Lead the way. It's pitch black inside. Cab to shine a light to see anything. Strange, where are they? Well, it's not like a gift horse in the mouth. Found it. Chalk it up to my dad, outsourcing everything to the grunts. There's child's play to me now. Cat got to work fixing the engine. Watch my back. We still don't know if we're in the clear, and it's going to take a minute. Got it. I turned around and kept a lookout. It was almost impossible to see anything, though. Since when were you a mechanic? Honestly, since my first failed escape. Had to teach myself. There isn't exactly a trade school on this island. If I had, I'd never been able to help anybody escape this island. Sorry I didn't trust you before, Cat. I get it now. Why you did what you have to do. Keep talking like that, and you'll raise a death flag for the both of us. Jeez. We can talk more later if you'd like. In the meantime, this boat's fixed. Nice. Let's tell the others and get the hell out of here. We went back to the others and told them good news. At the same time, Cat rattled the engine of the boat. We were good to go. We literally jumped for joy as the boat started to move. Gosh, I can't believe it. We're really doing this. We're finally getting out of here. It's hard to believe, but it's true. We did it. Now, you don't have to thank me all at once. You really did it. Thank you, Cat. You really saved us. You did it. We wouldn't be able to get to this point if it weren't for you. There's no need to thank me. Actually, you should apologize that I didn't do any of this sooner. The intercom rang out. Cat turned white as a sheet when you heard the voice that was all too familiar. No. Damn it. Damien. Ding, ding, ding. I guess you learned at least something in school, Cat. Not enough, clearly, but hey, it's something. That's got to win a participation ribbon somewhere. You knew what I was planning? Of course I did, dearie. I made you. I know exactly how you think. And I have to thank you. Your mother would be proud of the show you'd given us these last 2 years. Well, I'm sorry. Did I forget to tell you? While you were busy filming and those other bitches, my team was filming your brave attempts to save these idiots. Gives the audience a little more reason for why they should stay in line, you know? After all, if I do this to my own daughter, imagine what I do to someone who wasn't. You're a monster. Cloudy will get you nowhere, Kit Kat. Well, it doesn't matter now. Do whatever the hell you want. We're getting out of here. We fixed the boat and there's nothing you can do to stop us. Saying garbage like that is less playing with fire, love. The earth started to shake. Even though we were on the boat, I could tell the island was rumbling. In the distance, a metal barrier slowly rose out of the ocean all around the island. Climbed higher and higher till the shadow cast over the boat. Higher and higher till the only daylight we could see was just from the circle above us. We were trapped. How about we play a little game, rats? How about we play a game, little rats? Damien spoke down to us from some kind of holographic screen on the walls. He gestured to some kind of machine behind him in what looked to be a strange kind of stadium. I've got myself a little switch here that controls the barrier. One push to this and you'd be free to go. It'd be easy for you to walk on in and flip it. You've gotten rid of all security. But this switch is only going to work if you have two people's handprints with producer level clearance. Sure, you got Cat, but you'll never be able to get mine. He pulled out the same gun I'd been shot with before. Though, don't let that stop you from trying. The hologram disappeared with a click, leaving us in uneasy silence. Our hands are tied. We have no choice but to go back. Yeah, he's got a gun. He'd take us all down before we even have a chance to grab him. Well, we got no choice. If we wait here, it's only a matter of time before they send people after us. Guess we have to head back to the beach. Let's turn around. We got ass kicked. No, it's exactly what Damien wants you to do. Turning around part of the ass kicking. I'll leave that to your imagination. Damien has a script that he wants to see play out. People try to revolt, fail, and get killed. I guarantee you, if we do that, he has a plan for it. He'll find some way to turn us against each other, and then none of us will be making it out of here alive. And so we can't just stay here and wait until we're out of time. Me and her will go flip the switch. Besides, we're the only two people who can do anything about it. What do you mean by that? I thought only you and Damien. I'll explain on the way there. There's no time. Are you ready to run? I won't allow it. There's no way we were letting without us. You said it's this. I'm not letting you lose all your chance to get out of here. Scarlet, please. You know exactly what Damien's capable of. I don't like this. I know. Let him go. Believe me, I hate this. I hate this to my core, but Cat's right. Cat didn't wait for a moment. She reached for my hand. Before I knew what I was doing, we ran off the boat together and back to the mansion as fast as we could. I was running on pure instinct, like my body had done this before countless times. I looked back to the boat just once, but I couldn't help but linger back for a moment. I could tell from their faces they wanted to be running with me, not waiting for us to come back. I'm going to make Damien going to make him pay for making him suffer like this. We went back to running. I followed Cat's lead. It's the only thing I'd planned, but there's no time like the present for exposition about your past. It'd be good to know why I'm running with you. Because you worked for Mr. Black. Why would I happen to would I happen to be resistant to bullets? We'll find out if you are together. Though, if you look at your history, I'd say no. Hey, I'd say by the time you shot me, I'm pretty resistant. Touche. Before you came onto the show, you were a producer, just like me. Obviously. We used to work together. We were partners. In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and working in this island was the only life I'd ever known. Sounds awful, but I didn't have a problem with running these shows. There's nothing different to compare it with. But then I met you. I got no idea what would bring someone like you to this island, but meeting you changed me. She smiled like I'd never seen before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You gave me the hope that I could be part of that world one day. And you helped me realize that we needed to shut this place down if we wanted to be in that world out there at all. For years, we worked together to free as many people as we could from these death trap shows. We shipped them away to safety, faked their deaths and everything. And we did just that for a time. Then Damien started to suspect something was up. Each day he got closer and closer to figuring it out until I knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late by then. Damien caught us. You mean you betrayed me? I can't remember much, but I remember you and we were together. And then you sold me out right when we were trying to escape. Why? It's like I said before, I didn't have a choice, and I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, but I don't expect you would. But we need each other's help to get off this island now. Since both of us are technically still producers, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't have to take Damien down, though I doubt he'd let us use it that easily. Can you trust me enough for that? Honestly, don't know. Part of me wants to trust Kat, the same part that unconsciously remembers that I did for years and years. But how could I forget the betrayal, even if she had her reasons? Sure. I'll keep an eye on her. When we got back to the mansion, Kat made a beeline for the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our footsteps on the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. You're about to see the real reason why the show is on this island. Kat took out the master key, slid them into a hidden socket on the wall behind one of the tanks. Click. Don't say I didn't warn you. Same wall split into 2 doors, slowly revealing another hidden staircase. Think you guys could get an elevator inside? I said the same thing. As soon as I took down one step down the stairs, I thought something was different. Something was telling me that I shouldn't go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I've got nothing to lose. But each step down, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't see a hand in front my hand in front of my face. Then light, blinding light. Applause. Welcome, you finally made it. Demon's face was plastered over countless screens in a stadium that could be filled with 10,000 people. Countless cameras littered the seats, all focused on the center stage. We wouldn't have a show we wouldn't have a show with you idiots, so I'm glad you actually came back. Oh man, you couldn't even bring back the others. You're no fun. You just really gotta make me work, huh? Gotta say, I'm proud of you making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed that you remember your old haunt just from a few seconds of video. No thanks to you, dirtbag. Is that any way to thank someone who gives you room and board? You gave him a nicer room than I ever got. Blame your mom for that one, kid. Anyway, how about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here? The switch we're looking for is somewhere here. Problem is, so is Damien. He's got a gun and more ammunition than he needs to kill both of us. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something that we can use to level the playing field. All we can do, but the odds aren't in our favor. Most of the weapons laying on the ground are useless. They were meant to make people lose hope that they could fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. Well, yes and no. There's no hope to lose if we knew all of them were fake. That's Damien's modus operandi. He'll give the people trapped on his show just enough hope for escape. He'll use that to trap you. Real guns among the fangs, boats and planes when you're trapped on an island. If you're going to make it through this, you can't fall for his game. Whenever we had a chance, we pick up what looked like a gun, see if it was real or not. We only had seconds of chance to check for each one. Damien was hot on our trail. A gunshot rang out, blowing a hole through the wall Kat and I were hiding behind. What's the matter? You're two rats in a lab. He fired again. Sharpnail from the wall scraped my arm. It was like my arm had been lit on fire. You alright? I'll live, don't worry. We need to find a weapon. And we need to find a switch. We're behind another wall, narrowly dodging another shot from David. It dawned on me that he wasn't even trying to hit us. He was trying to make us scared. And it was working. Why? He's reloading. We dashed out from behind a wall and ran past Damien, looking desperately for the switch and could find anywhere we could find. We managed to pick up 2 pistols. Kat did the same. Damn, looks like they're fake too. How's yours looking? I took a look at the first one. Upon further inspection, it was clear it was no more than a plastic toy. But the second one, Kat realized at the same time that it was real, with a single bullet loaded. Alright, that's good. Another 2 shots rang out, blowing a hole in the wall just next to where my head was a second ago. How come he keeps getting the effing hand cannon? Budget's gotta go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we got the gun. That's probably the only real one in the stadium. We need to find a switch now. Even with a gun, we're no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium, opposite the entrance, until we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it was. The switch. You think they'd hit it better. Damien's laughter echoed in the arena as he reappeared on the screens above the arena. Congrats, you found a switch. Damn shame, I forgot to mention something about the switch here. Won't do jack shit. Even if you both have access, as long as I've got a heartbeat. And I plan on sticking around, but I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm a pretty decent guy from what we're about to do. Okay, it looks like she had just seen a ghost. I'll give you an offer you can't refuse, but only one of you can claim it. Either one of you kills the other one. I'll let one left standing go. We'll forget this ever happened and call it a wrap and find love or die trying. I even let the survivor leave the island. I can even guarantee I'm telling the truth because this is airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I tell them the truth. Because they know how I keep my word. They won't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know? Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considering that if no one takes that offer, I'll just kill both of you. I'm giving you 5 minutes to decide that I'm coming for you. Screenshots off. Kat and I looked at each other. A mix of horror and fear on her face. There's no doubt that mine mirrored hers. Yo, can't imagine what's racing through your head now. I probably think I'm going to betray you again, right? Without a loss of words, you don't have to say anything. Look, I can't blame you for doubting me. Honestly, if you just shot me right now, I'd be okay with it. Because then you'd be free to go. I know Damien will keep his word. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want to be able to escape from here too, then I need to ask you something that I know sounds insane. What? I need you to give me the gun. The only real one we've got. Hey, look, I'm not stupid enough to know how that sounds. The simple reality is I've known you for so long now, and the one thing I know about you is that you're a terrible shot. Me? I'm as good as you could get on this island. I think I'm our best bet for taking him down. But I understand completely if you're not willing to trust me. If you think I'm lying, I get it. If you don't trust me, she closed her eyes and pressed her finger against her forehead. Then please just make it quick. The gun in my hands never felt so heavy. On one hand, I guarantee that I can make it out if you're alive. On the other hand, trusting Kat. Can I trust Kat after all she's done for me? Can I really believe her when the memories that can prove or deny them are lost to me? I've got no time. I've got to choose. So, I'm going to make my choice here. I'm going to trust Kat. But we'll do the kill Kat option after, okay? I trust you, Kat. I held out the gun to her. I told you she was my #1 waifu. I told you. We can't go against that. We can't go against that. You do? After everything I've done? After everything you've done, yes, I still trust you. I know you've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it, but I know there's some good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. Thanks. She took the gun from my hands. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around long enough to regret it. I hope it doesn't come down to that. Let's do this. He decided to seek out Damien and try to get the job on him rather than waiting about the switch. My heart was probably beating out of my chest. Couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was, but she hit it. She hit it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looking around repeated. How much time has passed? It feels like we've been looking for him for hours with the pressure, though I know it can't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun whenever she looked, her trigger finger ready to shoot our only bullet at any time. Left, right. I glanced around and looked back to her again. Her hands were shaking. Look left, right. We've only got one shot to make or break it. Look back to Kat. She's checking the corner of her head for us. She looks left. She looks right. Takes everything I have to stay focused. Don't think about dying. Not even the possibility. She turns to look back at me. Oh no. Damien's walking closer and closer from behind her, with his gun resting on his shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts his gun from its resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something's making me run. Something I've forgotten. Something I'm just starting to remember. It's the two of us at the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. Alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here at any minute. In our saving grace, our ship wouldn't start. That's it then. I never heard Kat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up just yet. There's nothing we could do. Engine's broken. The guards will be here in any minutes. We've got some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the few purchase firearms we had and split them between us. There's 2 of us, 100 of them. There's no point. Not to mention, you're a terrible shot. You're right. Taking him on the head would be suicide. But that's not what you'll be doing. Me, I'm just some nobody. But you're the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. She was horrified. I would be too if I were in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either, but both of us are dying here. Both of us dying here would be worthless. But if you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You have to find that out yourself. They're almost here. Come on, we're running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like she was going to drop her gun any second. I hate you for this, you know? I know, and I'm sorry. Oh, snap! She slowly raised her arm and trained the gun's sights directly at me. And now we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I do about my supernaturally good looks. She laughed through the tears. I would have still loved you, even without them. Right back at you, Kat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you. I love you too. Sorry, but it's gonna be the face. Let me just take this. Let me just take the off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound one last time. I can hear the guards coming out. We've only seconds left. On the bright side, I won't owe you $10. Our bet? She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet this time. I can see the guards now. My time is up. What makes you say? You did it. I'm alive? Everything hurts so bad, I almost wish I wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. Although, I coughed up blood as my vision flashed in and out too fast to tell if I'd been fatally shot. It was all I could do to try to stay conscious. It's as you said, Father, anyone who breaks her law must be punished. I just barely make out her voice, but it brought comfort to me. You really do take after me. You made your old man very, very proud. Look at that. Look, our little hero's got some life left. You know, you're in luck. See, the whole escaping thing, I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you. No severance. I tried to make a witty comment back, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was coughed up blood. But you're in luck. New opportunity just opened up, I think. Kicked me in the stomach, then rolled me over with his foot. You'd be the perfect fit. He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think I'm going soft on you by not killing you outright. He looked down at me, then back at her. But mark my words, you both wish I had. Do whatever you want. I don't care about it. He laughed maniacally. I never did like him that much anyway. Alright, who are you gonna fool with a poker face like that, cat? I love you, always have, and always will. I'm so sorry for what I forced you to do. Even more so, I'm so sorry that you'll be alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flashback to reality, I've almost reached Kat. I pushed myself to run faster and faster than I ever had in my life. Kat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien points his gun at his door. He's preparing to take the shot. Kat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damien's finger pulls back on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing away my life for Kat? These memories, they're mine, yet not at the same time. Who can say if I'm the same person as before who loves her so much? Who can say if these memories form a completely different me compared to what I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you, and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Kat and throw myself in front of her because I love her. The gunshot rings out. It's like my body is struck by lightning instead of flame. He fires again and again. Undescribably pain ripples across my body as shot after shot rips through me. It's not like the movies where someone could stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops and my vision starts to fade. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming over my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle, I start to fall. As I fall, I could see Kat with her gun trained on Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking, but she's biting her lips so hard that I could see it bleeding. The last thing I see before the dark takes me is her finger pressing down on the trigger. Wake up! Don't die. Please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? I never heard her sound so desperate. Please just wake up. I can't lose you again. Not again. It took everything. I just had to open my eyes and breathe. Kat was cradling me in her arms with tears streaming down her face. Thank God. Don't pass out again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Kat. I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it now, but you're in no shape to walk. And to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot. She laughed. Yeah, now that I know what it feels like, I'm even more sorry for shooting you back on the beach. There's nothing else you could have done, Kat. That didn't stop me from regretting it every second for these past 2 years. That day I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many people I'd have to hurt or how much I would have to hurt. I would get you off this island alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. Even if I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I'll keep it even if it kills me. Slowly, Kat tried to lift me off from the ground onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop, you're going to get yourself killed. That's exactly what I'm going to do. She lifted me onto her back, took one step back towards the switch. I told myself back then, she stepped forward, her legs were trembling, that if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer, because I love you. You know, one more step. And I know you don't. Remember most of our time together? Her breath gets ragged. She takes several steps and has to pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you even remember bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I could get. Switch is in sight. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't exist anymore. We're so close to it, yet so far. But I'd like to believe it's still you. That you're still the same Michael that I fell in love with. We were just steps away from the switch. And I'm still the one you love. She laughed bitterly. It's just wishful thinking, I know. We're here. We made it. You just need to put your hand on that scanner. Can you do that? Used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew closer, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put you down for a second. No problem. Gently rested me on the ground. F, I can barely stand now. She tumbled towards the switch, managed to catch it with her hand, and used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we'd all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to my ground by my side. The cacophony. No, it's cacophony. No, cacophony of machinery filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. We did it. I'm sorry. What for? I don't think we're getting out of here after all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know? I guess we could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. These are better than to die here. Yeah, I love you. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together somewhere far from here. But I guess life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met at a different place, a different time. Maybe then, we... Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears ran down from both her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears welled up in my eyes. If we could have met at a different place, a different time, I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do to move my head around. I looked around in futility for some kind of miracle that could save us both. This is too sad an ending. I looked at Kat. I looked at heavens, which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and I saw what could only be described as angels. I tried to speak, but no words came out. I must be dreaming. I must be. The world turned to black. Am I dead? If I keep asking myself that, it's bound to be right sooner or later. But somehow, I think there's more to come to my story. I know there's one person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. I love it. I love you. Cat. Let's go! I woke up in an unfamiliar room. Is the room shaking? Tried to get up. We're on a boat, you idiot. Ow. I looked down at my body. I've been bandaged up enough to look like a mummy, but I'm alive. Hey, where are we? We're on the boat. We're miles away from the island by now. That's a relief. Everyone alright? You had us worried. I'm so glad to see you are alright. You didn't make it easy to save you either. Oh, and if you find yourself craving brains or bananas, that's entirely related to how I treated you. Uh-huh. If you died after all we've been through, I'd kill you. Ha ha ha. But I'm really happy that you're here for me to say that to. This could use somebody like you. Besides, it doesn't look like you have a real job anymore. Thanks. You really stuck your neck out to save Kat and I. I could never thank you enough. It's what you would do for us. Indeed, we ran after you two just moments after you left. There's no point in us escaping if it wasn't with you. Yeah, I know, Kat said not to, but hey. I didn't remember that at the time, so it's all good. We managed to save the brothers 5 too. I couldn't let them be stranded after all that we've been through together. And I'm glad to hear that. There's no way we could have escaped without them. Is Kat doing well too? She's resting in the other room. She didn't think you wanted to see her. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know, Yui. I should be thanking you. None of us would have made this on if it wasn't for you and Kat. It's true, despite whatever you may hear Tara say. I'm just saying I have a pretty mean right hook. Alright. I really use a PR person for the resistance. You gotta thank for speeches. Wait a minute. If everyone's here and Kat thanks there, who's driving the boat? I'm not saying anyone's rushing for a proposal, but I think everyone wants to hear an answer from you. And it's just take some time to think about it, so I figured you need a little space. Thanks, Scarlett. You're right. It's my pleasure. She kissed me on the cheek. Well, I'll see you later. See you, Scarlett. Sorry I didn't talk for that a little bit. I really needed to rest my voice. Then I was alone in the room. It's a tough choice, but it's the one I know I have to make. They're all such incredible people. I'd be lucky to be with any of them. Any one of them. I sat in silence for a time, both resting and contemplating what to do. Is it a life of excitement with Allie? Life of rediscovery with Scarlett? Life of enjoying simple things with Yui? Life of challenging our limits with Violet? Life of freedom with Tara? And then I just knew. I got up from bed, I walked to the door of my room and looked for the room next to mine. There. I looked through the window and I just knew. I opened the door. Hey. You look like hell. You don't look so much better. I'm surprised your face is intact. Survived a lot now, hasn't it? Yeah. You know the girls are hoping you'll answer one of them out today. They got the wrong idea if they see you here. I came here for you, Kat, and only you. You've been there for me from even before I can remember meeting you. There's no way I could have ever gotten on this island, or anyone else could have if it wasn't for you. I know there's so much we have to figure out and so much we don't know in this world, but I want to know, but I know I want to face that world with you, Cat. Nice. Let's go, baby. So pretty in her hospital gown. Tears were streaming down her face. I didn't want to hope for it. I walked next to her and got down on one knee. I tried so hard to convince myself it would never happen because it was too painful to even hope. I don't have a ring or anything, but I'm sure I could get one later. You don't need a ring. Will you marry me? Yes, yes, yes. I love you, Cat. I love you too. More than you could ever know. Wherever life takes you is where I'll go. We held each other close and kissed for the first time in years. Memories flooded back with each passing moment. The day we met, our first kiss. We held each other close and kissed for the first time in years. Memories flooded back with each passing moment. The day we met, our first kiss, fights in the rain, making up, the joy of just being with the person you love. The day I proposed to her, the first time, and now today, I'm sure there are many more to come. Here's to making new memories together, Cat. I love you. All right, yeah. Hey, thanks, Auden. I think Auden Jin gave me the key when I got this code on Keymailer. I hope you guys enjoyed this wild ride. I can't believe we ended up with the girl that I wanted to end up with at the end. We're going to check out all the endings after the credits here. So we're going to do the shoot cat ending, and we're going to choose all the girls. I'm going to choose it in the order of the girls I like. And, yeah. I mean, wow. 4 a.m. Alrighty. Let's do this. So we're gonna shoot Cat. I think this might be the worst ending of the game. I'm sorry, Cat. Don't be. I deserve this. I raised the gun and pointed at it. I took a deep breath. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye, Cat. Goodbye, Island. Damn, I can't believe he really did. Yeah, I can't believe he actually did it. I've earned my freedom, but at what cost? Every step I take back to the boat gets heavier and heavier. It feels like I'm sinking into the ground. For some reason, I'm crying. My heart hurts so much. It feels like a part of me has died. I fall to the ground. I try to get up, but I just sink deeper and deeper into the ground. I'm so sorry, Cat. I'm so sorry. Wow. He doesn't even escape. I think he just wants to kill himself. That's crazy. Alright, well, that's definitely the worst ending in the game. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Whew. Okay, so we always have to go through the shooting Damien part. Okay, so we are gonna go now. I think my second favorite girl was Violet, so we're gonna go with Violet here. I think all these are the same. Oh wait, no. Well, this time it just has her. Ow. Welcome back. I knew you'd make it, but you had me for a second. You know me, I like to keep things interesting. It's great to see you again, Violet. Likewise. I'm not sure what I've done if I had lost you. I've grown a tad attached, you might say. I'm sure the others want to know you're alright. A moment, please. Oh my gosh, you're okay. You didn't make it easier. Braves, brains, or bananas. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. You've been out of the way, so you know. But today's the day, the final ceremony where you ask one of the girls to be with you. Now, I'm not saying anyone's, but I think somebody's waiting there. But I think there's somebody waiting for you up on the deck. She's a keeper, so you better treat her right. Thanks, Scarlett. I think I will. She kissed me on the cheek. Don't mention it. Time to go see her. I reach her door, and a second later, she opens it. Hey. Should you not be resting? Probably, but I won't stand for it. Here, let me help you back to bed. Thanks. I put my arm around her, and she walked with me back to the bed. I wanted to talk to you. At first, I wanted to wait until later, but I've just learned some things that cannot wait. That just cannot wait. I had to see you no matter what. Why is that? First, I wanted to thank you. If it weren't for you, I would have never left the island alive. Right back at you. You gave us hope when we'd all but given up. Compared to that, I didn't do much. I could not have done it if it weren't for you supporting me all this time. You helped me through so much. I'm more grateful than I could ever express. You helped me realize that there's no such thing as a guarantee. The world we live in, things we believe, blah, blah, blah. I'm positive none of us ever planned to be on a show like this, right? I'd like to think so. And if this is the way the world is, then there's nothing more important than making the most of every moment. It's all we have. It's true. She took a deep breath. More than anything, I want to share all those memories that come with you. Like, you've been there for me. I want to make sure you smile when I make you cry. I want to make you happy. You make me every day. I guess what I'm trying to say is I love you. Will you be mine and only mine? It'd be my pleasure. That's weird. So the girl asked you out in this one? Violet, I liked you the whole time. But your ending's a little weak right now. Alright, so that was the Violet ending. It was alright. I mean, I liked Violet most of the time, but I don't like that she asked me to marry her and kind of like barged in. Alright. I know who I'm going for next. You guys are going to be surprised who girl number 3 is. You guys are going to be surprised. Let me know if you're going to predict every girl that I had in order, if you guys knew it. Girl number 3 is Scarlet. Wow, shocking even to me, but Scarlet really did have it really got better as time went on. I can't tell how happy I'm happy to see you wake up. It's good to be back. Really got to be more careful. If that zombie virus I created didn't double as a life-saving regeneration booster, you'd be dead right now. I shouldn't have said that. I definitely should have not said that. Hey, let me go tell the others good news. I thought they never leave. Yo, what's up? Nothing. She was hiding a syringe behind her back. Need to give you a shot for good luck. Okay. I just wanted to say thanks again. She laughed. I know if I stayed there, same lines. You've been out of your way. Today's the day, Now, I'm not saying anyone's rushing for purpose. Well, I'm sure whoever you go for will be really happy. Probably want to get some rest. She started to run towards the door. I'll see you. I reached for her and held her hand tight. Sometimes you just know what you have to say. There's no force on earth that can't stop these words from coming out. Scarlet, I love you. I come again? I love you, Scarlet. Whenever I lost hope on the island, you were always there for me. When I had no memories, no hopes, or escaping nothing but my name, you never let me feel alone. You made me believe that I could start over, no matter what had happened before, and you're the one I wanted to start over with, Scarlet. I can't believe it. I love you too, Troyfu, so much. There's no one I'd rather start over with you than you. There were times I'd given up too. When I remember the past, I can honestly say that if you weren't there, I wouldn't be here right now. So thank you. I love you so much. Whenever this life takes us, I want you to be mine. I'll be right by your side. She reached my hand. I grasped hers tightly. Follow me. We walked together towards the dead on the boat. We were greeted by a breathtaking evening sky. Oh, here's it. Her full CG arts, like her CG spreads, just aren't that good though. But she's a pretty well-written character. See that? Everything under the infinite sky is full of possibilities for us. Things to learn, places to see, moments to share. There's nothing we can do, nowhere we can't go. Finally, we get to rewrite our own story together. Finally, be us and only us. I wouldn't have it any other way, Scarlet. She pulled me in close and kissed me like it was her last day on Earth. Because the only question remaining is, where should we start? Wherever our path takes us with you, I know it's the right one. With you, we'll live the way we want, and no one can get in our way of that. Wherever we go, we'll go together. I love you, Scarlet. Whatever our new story is, we'll write it together. Alrighty. Not bad. Again, Scarlet, I just think she's held back by her bad CG art. Not like it's bad. It's just not as good as the other girls. Alrighty. Girl number 4, Tara. Woke up in an unfamiliar room. Look down, but I'm alive. About time you woke up. Yeesh. You sure know how to keep a girl waiting. Sorry. Still figuring out about the whole not dying thing. Glad you figured it out. It's time to go see her. Hey. She's not bad. I mean, she's had better CG arts, but she looks really tiny in her CG art. Would you happen to know how to read a map? Seriously, everything looks blue out there. Couldn't help but laugh. When you think about it, doesn't really matter where we're going, so long as we're not going back to the island. I can guarantee that's not happening. Aside from that, not much else. You laugh. Tara, I wanted to thank you. For what? No matter how dark things got, or how much it seemed like it was all over, you never stopped trying to get everyone's spirits up. You made us laugh when I felt like we hit the end of the road. It was nothing more than you just you made me feel like I could do anything. When I'm with you, I feel like I could take on the world. I really like you, Tara, and I want to make you feel just like how you make me feel every day. I want to make you laugh when you want to cry. I want to make you sing and dance when it seems like it's all over. More than anything, I want to be with you all the time. Shucks, I don't know what to say. Gosh, I'd like that. I like you too. Whenever I felt like giving up, you made me feel like, when I'm next to you, the world's in our hands. So I guess we're going to start dating now. Yeah, I guess so. Sweet. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's take this boat somewhere we're doing it. That's the plan. Damn, what a whack ending. What a whack. Is it because I chose some of the different lines for her that she didn't love me? Like, that was kind of... Is it because I wrote that the date was with Tara? Maybe that's why. I don't know. That didn't feel like a good ending. Didn't feel good at all. Oh well. Time for Allie. Look who finally decided to get up. It's good to see you again. Right back at you. Not gonna lie to you, I had to produce worry for a moment. Let's keep things interesting. That's the spirit. Well, I should let the others know. Time to go see her. Allie has some good CG arts. I mean, I think it's like her clothing design is good. The hairline is cool, and the choker. Like, Allie's really cute and pretty. So, hey there. Whoa, should you be up here? You're hurt. I'll manage. Wanted to see you. Some things can't wait. Without you, you never would have made it out here. You're gonna make me blush. You know that's not true. You pick now of all times to be modest. Even so, I know that without you, I probably would have given up long before we got to this point. Maybe hope for a better world out there. Maybe want to make it better too. Made me think that living in this world could be beautiful again if it was with you. Not to mention, I've never laughed as hard and had as much fun when I'm with you. Then when I'm with you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is, I love you, Allie. I want to go wherever you will go if you will have me. I'm amazed you can say that with a straight face. I feel the same way. Times I spend with you here, some of the best times I've ever had. I'm warning you though, if you want to stick around with me, it's only going to get crazier. I like the sound of that. I'm cool with any amount of crazy as long as I stay by your side. Well, aren't you romantic? But I think I can get used to it. Allie pulled me in and kissed me passionately. How does overthrowing a corrupt government sound as a fourth date? Couldn't help but laugh. Sounds like a plan. See, that's the only reason why I didn't like Allie that much. It's because, too much of a wild card. Too sporadic, you know? I'm eating Oreos, if you guys were wondering. Alright, Yui, let's do it. Now I can go to bed in peace. Alrighty, let's do it. Yui is pretty. I just don't like her narrative. I saw you once in high school. I mean, it could be a fake memory implant, but like that shit is always lame. I hate those kind of girls in manga, or like any type of fairy tale bullshit. And I also don't like yandere. So I've got all night to sleep it off. Yay! You get to see the view. You reach for my hand. I clasp hers and tight. Come on, come on. Come on, come on! That freaking Mark Wahlberg out here. She pulled me with her to the side of the deck. You never see a view like this back in the country. Back in the country. Something about it just fills me with hope. Maybe it's silly to say, but it makes me feel like anything could happen if we try. That maybe things will work out in ways we dreamed to. After this community, I know how you feel, Yui. I'm not sure. Here goes. I love you. I love you since the day we first met. Since we met. For all this. I never thought I'd get... Wait. I loved you since the day we met before all this. Never thought I'd get a chance to meet you again, but here we are. There's nothing I want more in life than to be just with you or whatever. You make me feel like anything's possible. You make me feel like I'm floating on a cloud every moment we're together. I know that all the other girls are amazing too, but I pulled her close and kissed her before she could finish. She kissed me everything she had. For a moment, it was like we were the only people in the world. I love you too, Yui. You're the only one I ever want to be with. When I thought there was no chance of us making it out of here, you always lift my spirits back up. Make me smile and laugh. I've never been happier. You're always there for me, and I'm always going to be there for you, too. This isn't a dream, right? It's as real as it gets. This is the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. Did she have that blush on before? Oh, she did. It's going to be my goal to break that record every day, every chance I get. Pinch me. I've got a better idea. I kissed you once more. We held each other and kissed as it was the last day on Earth. Here's to make you the happiest woman you've ever been, Yui. I love you. Boo! Yui, you suck. Alright. Well, that is Find Love or Die Trying. Again, thank you guys for the key. Letting me play it. I enjoyed the twists in the game. I think the artwork is amazing. I really did like a lot of the girls. And yeah, it was super fun. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. I will see y'all in the next episode. Well, in the next series. This is the last episode of this series, so if you guys want to watch some Nintendo stuff, check out some other things. You know, I don't really do too many visual novels, but I love like Danganronpa, Phoenix Wright, and stuff I've always wanted to play on stream and record, but I just wanted to, while I was rambling, get one last look at Best Girl, alright? Oh no, I went too fast! Okay, that's it, F it, peace.